Hey guys, it's John, the Wrestling Talking Shop, and welcome back to the channel. We missed a couple of days on the wrestling history, so we're going to go back and do Friday and Saturday, the 12th and 13th in one video, and then we'll be caught back up. We're going to start with the 12th. On this day in 1986, wrestling legend Bruno Sammartino wrestled his final match in Madison Square Garden, an arena that he made famous with his name and ability to sell it out during his WWF reign as champion. The match itself saw Sammartino team with WWF Intercontinental Champion Tito Santana to defeat Macho Man Randy Savage and Adrian Adonis in a steel cage match. On this day in 1992, WCW's Great American Bash took place in Albany, Georgia. The talking point of the event saw Big Van Vader defeat Sting to win the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. In addition to the new NWA World Tag Team Champions were crowned in a one-night tournament. They had been vacated after the company launched the WCW. And the new NWA Tag Team Champions were Terry Gordy and Steve Williams, the Miracle Violence Connection. On this day in 1995, Jack Tunney, the longtime on-screen WWF president, was released from the company after he served with the company on-screen authority figure since 1984. He had been instrumental in behind-the-scenes WWF Canada's operations. On this day in 1998, WCW Bash at the Beach took place in San Diego, California. The heavily hyped main event saw Hollywood Hogan team with the controversial Bulls player Dennis Rodman to defeat Diamond Dallas Page and Karl Malone. Also on the card, Rey Mysterio defeated Chris Jericho to win the Cruiserweight Champion. The title returned to Jericho the next night on Nitro because of Dean Malenko's interference in the bout. On this day in 1999, it was announced on that the wrestler, actor, and reigning governor of Minnesota, Jesse the Body Ventura, will return to WWE as a special guest referee in the upcoming SummerSlam pay-per-view. On this day in 2000, on an episode of Nitro from Jacksonville, Florida, Hulk Hogan defeated Macho Man to win the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. On this day in 2007, at a WWE SmackDown taping in Minnesota, Finlay defeated Bobby Lashley to win the WWE US Champion. On this day in 2011, on a taping of Impact at the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, Miss Toastmaster and Tara defeated Rosita and Senorita to win the TNA Knockout Tag Team Champions. On this day in 2020, Evil became the second man to hold the IWGP Heavyweight Champion and Intercontinental Champion after he defeated Naito to win both belts at the New Japan Domination in Dominion in Osaka, Japan. Also on the card, Zack Sabre Jr. won the IWGP World Tag Team Champions. Zack Sabre Jr. and Tashi won the Tag Team Champions from Ibushi and Tanahashi. Sorry. Anyway, we're going to skip to the 13th now. On this day in 1982, the WWF Tag Team Champions changed hands in Allentown, Pennsylvania, when Mr. Fuji and Mr. Sato defeated Jules and Chief Jay Strongbow. On this day in 1997, WCW Bash at the Beach pay-per-view took place in Daytona Beach, Florida. The main event saw Lex Luger and the Giant defeat Dennis Rodman and Hollywood Hogan, and no titles changed hands but Chris Benoit defeated Kevin Sullivan to force Sullivan to lead WCW. And in 2012, AJ Styles defeated Rob Cherry to win the TNA Global Champion in Orlando, Florida. On this day in 2015, on an episode of Raw from Atlanta, Georgia, the Divas Revolution truly kicked off when the acclaimed NXT trio of Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair make their main roster debuts. On this day in 2016, a champion versus champion match took place in TNA Impact Wrestling in Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. TNA World Champion Bobby Lashley defeated X Division Champion Eddie Edwards to win Eddie's title. On this day in 2019, AEW's Fight for the Fallen special took place at Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. The main event was a family affair as the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, defeated Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes. And that's going to wrap up today in wrestling history for the 12th and 13th. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe.